we are live on YouTube in the Pro Singer Success Collective. All right, guys. Today we're talking about practice reluctance, which is otherwise known as how to get your you-know-what in gear. Because you know you should practice more than you do. So what the heck is stopping you? And this topic of practice reluctance is really important because practice reluctance, guys, it's a career killer. It will take your career out. Because you understand that without practice, there's no improvement. And so, yeah, you know that, and you're still dragging your heels, right? Like, you know you should practice, and you still drag your heels, but you really, really want this career as a professional singer to work and to get off the ground and to be successful. So what gives? Why is prioritizing practicing so hard? So first of all, tell me in the chat, if you're watching live or if you're watching in the replay, do you have practice reluctance? Like, be honest. Tell me in the comments. Do you know you should be practicing and you put it off and you procrastinate, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll practice once a week, or maybe not even that, or you know you have a gig coming up or something coming up and you're stuck. So tell me, like, how excited are you to practice? Scale of 1 to 10. Tell me in the chat. Or does it feel kind of like this thing hanging over you, practicing? Do you do everything else on your to-do list first? Fold the laundry, pay the bills, do your errands, and then practice? Guys, this is such a huge issue, and so many singers deal with it. And there's huge, huge, huge costs. Aside from the obvious, right? No practice, no improvement. There's huge costs to your internal journey. Because if you're not practicing, then you're not setting up resilience, number one. You're not exercising those muscles of try, fall down, try again, try and try again. And number two, you're not building self-esteem or confidence. You're just in the muck of, I can't, because you're not doing it daily. And so whatever the it is, working on your range, working on your breath support, working on the repertoire that you have to do for auditions, it just takes on more and more importance, and it becomes this big thing because you're not doing it daily. You're not in the practice daily. And so, guys, people who have practice reluctance, the reason is because of their focus, where their focus is. So right now, if I were to show you a video of people in your exact car, like your make and model of your car, Honda Civic 2020, right? Whatever, getting into a car accident, and people in your exact car getting into car accident after car accident after car accident. And then I showed you fatal wrecks of people who died in your exact car this year. How comfortable do you think you're going to feel about getting into your car? Like, not very comfortable, right? If I talked to you about every recall, every piece that they overlooked, all the different accidents that ever happened in that car, what will happen is that you're going to be focusing on a potential failure, and you are not going to want to get into your car. Trust me. The reason that you don't want to practice is because your focus is on all the problems. Everything that's wrong with your singing, everything that's difficult in your singing, all the hard sections in the songs that you've got to fix, all the things that aren't there yet, that aren't happening yet, that are difficult. You're focused on all the problems and all the potential failures. And that's why, by the way, you'd rather do just about anything else than practice, because every time you do, that fear of failure is triggered. And it just seems too overwhelming to tackle it all. So you just don't. You just don't do it. So if I have practice reluctance, it means that I am too focused on me, my inadequacies, my fear of failure, and I'm forgetting why I sing in the first place. See, I believe, because of working with singers for over 25 years, being a professional singer myself, that most of us sing because we feel it's the best way for us to communicate our truth, our energy, and share ourselves with another human on that level that is more pure and more visceral than what mere words could express. We sing because we want to connect. We have a message. We want to heal. We want to bring people together. We want to transport someone to a different time and place and story with our music and our voice. That's why most of us sing. And None of that is about you. None of that. It's about what you can give to another human that might mean more to them than you will ever know. It's about that song that helped them through their heartbreak, the song that they danced to at their wedding, the song that they play for their baby at 2 a.m. when she won't go to sleep, but she'll quiet down when she hears her mama sing it or when she plays your voice on the iPod, right? It's about that performance of that for that person who's sitting in the audience who just got fired and had a crappy day, and they end up in your show that night and they feel better because of it, and they're transported away from their life and their troubles just for that 1 hour of your show. Okay, for most of us, that connection and that impact on another human, that's why we sing. But when you have practice reluctance, you're not thinking about that at all. You're 100% internally focused on you, what you need to fix, what isn't there, what you're not doing right, what you haven't gotten yet, and you're forgetting the most important part about why you sing in the first place. You're forgetting about them. All the people who will heal, I was going to say in a day, but all the people who will heal their pain just with the help of your voice and your songs. All the people who need your songs to pump them up for their big game. All the people who will not hear your message, who really need it. All the people who need to just forget about their troubles and come to a show and be transported. Like, your focus is not on them. Your focus is on you and your overwhelm and your fear. Here's another example. Think about this. Imagine you're somebody who's afraid of heights. And so you've got a board that is 10 feet long, and there's a $100 bill on the other side of the board that's 10 foot long. And if you lay it on the floor, even if you're afraid of heights, it's on the floor. So you'll walk across it. Easy. Get that $100 at the end of the 10 feet. Now, raise that board 150 feet off the ground and put it between 2 skyscrapers. There's still $100 at the end of it. Let's make it 1,000 this time. Now there's $1,000 at the end of the board. Will you walk across that board? Remember, you are terrified of heights. You are absolutely afraid of heights. Doesn't matter there's $1,000 at the end of that. You will not go across that board because your fear is telling you that it is not worth the risk. 150 feet off the ground, 10 feet between 2 skyscrapers. Not going across that board if you are afraid of heights. Now, imagine your little baby toddler is on the other side of that 10-foot board instead of $1,000. You're still 150 feet off the ground, and you know what will happen to your beloved child if you cannot get to them fast enough. Toddlers are not known for their balance, okay? How quickly can you fly across that board? Pretty quick now, because it's not about you. It's not about you. You are more focused on your baby than your own fear. Now, here's the truth. Most people will do more for other people than they will do for themselves. And so the key to getting past practice reluctance is focusing on those people whose lives will be affected for the better because you sing. What are you robbing them of because you didn't practice today or write today or do whatever it is to get yourself and your voice in the best possible position to make the biggest impact on a large scale today? When singers make that shift, guys, from the internal focus to the external focus, then you cannot find practice reluctance on the map. It just doesn't exist. You can't wait to practice because you're focused on service. You're focused on serving the world with your gifts. You're excited about practicing because you know it will enable you to reach even more people, touch even more lives, connect with even more people. And guess what? When you do that, your career will be a success when you focus on connection, and you will practice because that connection is important to you. It's the baby that's on the other side of the board. But for some singers, it's not so easy. For some of you, focusing on the people that you want to serve with your talent can actually stoke your doubt. Nobody actually cares what I have to say. Why would anybody want to hear me when they can listen to XYZ famous singer? Sharing my gifts comes with being judged. I'm not going to put myself out there. I'll be judged. And guys, that's the stinking thinking that will have you right back where you started in practice reluctance, spinning your wheels and going nowhere with your singing because of all of those limiting beliefs. Guys, it is not enough. It is not enough to just work on your technique. You have got to understand how your mindset is sabotaging your ability to get where you want to go. In this case, by preventing you from practicing. And most of the time, we're too close to our stuff to like see what's really going on. And so that's why the singers in our program have such huge transformations, because they have an experienced guide, an expert mirroring back to them why they are stuck and what they're otherwise too close to see. Okay, so don't get stuck in this vicious cycle. Your voice matters. Your talent matters too much. There are people out there, guys, who need you, who need your music to touch them and keep them going. Think about all the songs that have meant something to you. Think about those performances that you remember to this day because they inspired you. Do whatever you need to do the hard work of getting out of your own way so that you can serve them. And when you do that, success will follow in ways you could have never imagined. But what do you do to get out of your own way? What does that look like? How do you do that? Guys, a mental shift is powerful, but without the strategy to complement it, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not. And that's what we are here for. That is what I am here for. This is the work that I specialize in and that my team specializes in, which is merging the technique and the technical singing training with the mindset training. So you know exactly how you're getting in your own way and exactly the steps to take to fix it, along with support and expert guides and gentle coaching to help you to do the hard things, to go beyond your comfort zone, to have exactly what you want in the sound that you make and in the actions that you take. So I'm going to invite you to book a call with me right now. If you are done with practice reluctance, if you are done with the stinking thinking and the limiting beliefs that are keeping you in the stuck, and what we're going to do on the call, guys, this is a free call. And this is a discovery call, okay? And on the call, what we're going to do is we're going to get clarity on your current mindset around your singing, how it's affecting your technique, how it's affecting your sound, where you are in your singing career journey, in your professional journey, the gap between where you are and where you want to go. And I will lay out the step-by-step of what needs to happen and how we take our singers from A to Z through that gap. And if you want my help to transform your singing and in your singing career, then we can discuss it and we can see if it's a good fit for both of us. And if not, that's okay too. You're going to get very clear on the things that you need to do to change up things and be able to get a better result in a shorter period of time. So you guys, this call, I'm putting the link in the chat. If you're watching on Facebook, here is the book a call link. There you go. Okay. Here is the link on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, the link to book a call is in the video description. If you scroll up or under the video, it's in the video description under the video. So guys, this call, though, I want to be super clear, this call is not for you if you are not a serious singer who is serious. I keep using that word, okay? Because it's not about like, are you a professional yet? Or are you not a professional yet? It's, are you serious about making a life out of your gifts? Are you serious about going from good to great? And are you willing to do whatever it takes to get there? So this is not for you if you're just kind of starting on your singing journey and you're just dabbling a little bit and you haven't really dedicated yourself, you're not really in the hustle yet. Like, this is for singers if you are out there auditioning, performing, recording, and you're not getting the results that you want. If you are not auditioning and recording yet, even though you really want to be, because you have practice reluctance and you don't have the skill set and the mindset needed, and you recognize all the ways that you're getting in your way, okay? But you are serious about fixing those issues and doing it now. That's who this call is for, okay? So use the link. Again, it's in the chat on Facebook. It's in the post video description copy on YouTube. And my inquiry for you right now is to start to understand, when I practice, am I focusing on me and worrying about what my inadequacies are? Or am I focused on the end goal, which is all of the ways that my talent, my message is in service of all the people who really need it? And how can I practice in order to get my talent out there fast enough? Okay. Keep your eye on that. And I promise you, practicing becomes a lot of fun, and it becomes a regular part of your day, your week, your month, because your eye is on the goal and your eye is on the people who need you. All right, everybody, go forth and practice today. Be constructive. And I will see you next week back here for another live on the Pro Singer Success Collective. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.